Hello, it's me, James, and I'm back with Jayson. Hi, Jayson.
Hello, hello.
And we are now mixing old and new. We've been through a phase of just Secret Wars stuff, and then we mixed Secret Wars with modern stuff, and now we're mixing modern stuff with golden stuff, because I haven't played golden for a long time, and it seems a shame to just have those cards sitting there. So the vague rules of these contests are, for this video and the last video, that we had to have at least one golden card that would benefit from, or I suppose benefit the existence of a modern card. And you have to buy those characters, I think, in order to win, and no control, because we just want to see the combos go off, and these are unlikely to be optimized in my case, at least. Jayson, I went first last time, so how about you? What have you got?
Uh, Pretty simple. I just the first thing I could think of was to combo the common Ghost Rider, who, when fielded, deals X damage to opponent, X being his fielding cost,
Mm-hmm.
and Yawning Portal, which basically makes that fielding cost 0 when I use a Yawning Portal in that turn.
Very nice.
That's it.
And lots of globals aside from that.
Yep. Yep.
You've got Dark Phoenix, which I also have. You've got a Wolverine Global and a Resurrection Global, and I've got the same Resurrection Global. You've got Clayface, and I've got Mr. Sinister to add to the mix. So we've got, as last time, what are you going to do? You're going to bring a lot of globals and try to make things work. I, for my part, have got Invisible Woman, super rare. It's a proxy, obviously. When fielded, re-roll 2 target character dice, and all of your character dice get +3 attack until the end of turn. Nice, like that kind of thing. And I thought that might benefit from Lita, fan favourite. While Lita is active at the end of your roll and re-roll step, you can spin any of your psychic character dice. It actually says your psychic dice to the level 1 superstar phase. This has been errated because with the new wording, it kind of wouldn't work, but they said any of your psychic dice on an energy face. Okay, so it works the way it's, I think, supposed to work. So get a load of psychics, get Invisible Woman, re-roll 2 of their character dice, walk across the field for the win. I suppose that's the that's the Route 1 version. I've got Ramp to get me there. I've got huge. I'm not really sure why I've got huge mass. Perhaps so I can field, so I can get psychics in the use pile, so that I can field them with Mr. Sinister. That's not really very well thought through. Poison Ivy, I needed a cheap character, and she fields on 5 of her faces, either a token or herself. So that seems good. And I've got Brainiac for field clearance. Actually, to be fair to Laurier from DM North, mentioned this when he played this team in his. I have played Invisible Woman previously. He played it with Magic, which I think I did as well. And he said that maybe he'd try it with Brainiac. So I thought I'd try Brainiac. And since I'm trying Brainiac, which gives range to all my dice, and I'm supposed to have a wide field, right? I thought I'd bring Storm Boys as well, which is a thing that Zach used to use, if I recall correctly, with the Rare Surtur. And I can't even quite remember how that works, but basically he used it to give an opponent range, I think. And that somehow triggered Surtur, but it will certainly trigger, if it's Jason's turn and I think he's going to attack with one of his characters, I can pay a bolt to give that range. When it attacks, it does range damage, but so do all of my range characters, which is, if I have Brainiac active, all of my characters. So that sounds like fun. That sounds a bit too much like Control, so I probably don't want to go there. But if I need to clear the board, that's a way of doing it. And Primaris Aggressor Global is pay 2 fists once per turn. All character dice get +1 attack. So if you have more than 2 characters, that's better value for money. Well, if you happen to have 2 fists, which I probably won't, but that's better value for money than just a regular pump. Even though it also pumps your opponent's dice. I don't really care about that. And that's about it, I think. So we rolled off, and Jayson, I won this time, but I think I elected to go second. So Jayson, good luck to you.
Look, by Ghost Rider. Good.
Stray in with a Ghost Rider. Okie dokie. You've got Clayface, which throws me a little bit because I never really know what to do. honestly. Clayface.
Mhm.
So you got Wolverine prep, and I've got that prep. So I think rerolling those 3 would not be a bad thing necessarily. Let's just do that. I can't think through. I can't think through the Clayface thing, so I'm just going to do the Mr. Sinister and double prep thing. Your turn.
Can use both of our resurrections, can't I?
Let's say yes. I think you can. I think you can.
Yeah. They're 2 different globals.
Yeah, they are. Unless it says
Okay.
the
All right.
first die or something like this, it should be okay. Yeah.
All right. So I'll field the sidekick, and I will Wolverine and double resurrect.
Nice.
Pass priority and turn.
Sinister. Trying to think how to fit that Clayface into this scheme of dice. I'm rolling all my dice, which seems like a good thing. There's no bolts, so those psychics are not terribly helpful. One fist is okay. One mask's fine. Better, probably. So we will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could just buy it and prep it. I mean, that's a thing, right? What do I save by not doing that? I could knock something out and then pay 4 and then prep twice, but I can't prep 2 things because I don't have them. So you know what? I'll just. Or I could not buy my 6 cost, and I could do something else. I could perhaps let's try a different way. Let's try something else since I have all of this useful energy. These are okay for prep. Let's buy one of those and let's Clayface it in since we have a Clayface. Then let's pay 4 for a litre. I still have too much energy. I'll pay those 4 perhaps. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be okay. And then I will prep. So I'm paying those 4 litre, keeping the fist, and paying that to prep litre, and keeping that. I think that works. Jayson, over to you.
Okay. 2.
So I bought one of the things I'm supposed to buy. It seems like a good
There you
thing.
go. Side. Okay. Those. And oops. 2 to field Ghost Rider, dealing you 2 damage.
Oof.
And let me use those 2 to field Ghost Rider. And then I will knock out Ghost Rider and pay 1 for a Yawning Portal. And pass priority and turn.
I will Clayface out Poison Ivy, and then Sinister with Poison Ivy.
Okay.
And then I should fill my bag. There's 4. I like that. That double boss is probably not the worst thing in the world, possibly. Here we go. So, oops, camera. She's got fielding costs, so that's a thing. I could afford it, but let's try. I don't know, it's a mistake. Yeah, 0 fielding, okay. I knew it was wrong as soon as I picked it up, but I was lucky. So I'll field her. Okay, I'll Psychic. Oh, I get to energize. Fozzie enters the fray. I will KO a Psychic. Pay 4 for the Invisible Woman. And... oh, damn. I've got dice in my bag. Forgot. Oh well, never mind. I bought it now. Not to worry. Yeah, probably need to reroll later. Never mind. I will prep a die and we will let the dice fall as they may. Jason, up to you.
So I had a die in my bag. 2, 3, 4. That's good. Those are good. Alright, that's how we want to do it, is it? That's a thing I could do. Alright. I'll use the Yawning Portal because I wanna. And
what does Yawning Portal do for the sake of the audience and me?
So it's any dice, any character dice I field this turn are free to field till the end of the turn. And each time I field a character die, it reduces the purchase cost of the dice that I purchased this turn by 1 to a minimum of 1. And dice that I purchased this turn are added to my bag.
Okay, so it's not really helping you that much. Except you can add them to your
bag.
It's pretty good though.
I'm going to... I could do... Alright, so I'm going to pay 1 bolt to knock out a sidekick with the Dark Phoenix reducing cost by 2.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to cross pulse and purchase a Seth Rollins,
bloody hell,
which does 2 damage to your field.
No way.
And he goes into my bag.
Fozzie.
And then I'm going to KO another sidekick.
Seth Rollins is really good. I should have got that.
And
wow.
Pay 1 for a Ghost Rider into
Never
my
mind
bag.
buying and fielding Brainiac. Seth Rollins would do the job just fine.
And then I will pass priority in turn.
Okay. Fine then. Okay, I know how to make this team better. 1 out and 3 of these. Not the interesting ones, but okay. I'll she get back. So that's nice. He says at the end of my roll and reroll step, I can turn as many of them to psychics as I like. Which is not a bad thing, necessarily. I want to field her. What have we got? 2 of those. No, okay. Just because I can, I shall field her. Wait, no, actually, it has to be in the field. Okay, that's not going to work.
Yep,
right,
it doesn't work until...
Yeah, you're annoying with your Seth Rollins. I get it. Right. So, fine, then we buy Brainiac. I've got 3 in the bag, which is a kind of stupid number. But we do have... we can re-roll. We do have fists. We have her to field, which is not ideal. So I'm not going to be prepping a tough 5. I would like to prep more. Okay, let's field her. Let's see. We'll just keep the dice as they are. And let's buy a Brainiac, because that's the last piece in the puzzle. And let's prep a die. I feel like... oh, I'll tell you what I could do. Instead of prepping a die, might make more sense to... no, I didn't have 2 masks though, did I? So that was a fist. I should have probably rerolled from mask, Clayface that in, and then Mr. Sinister, because that would have got me a psychic and one of them, but I don't think it matters. Jason, sorry. Fucking around. Over to you.
Okay. What's Lita's stats?
She's terrible to keep in the field. She's a 1/4/1.
1 is her defense?
Yes. She doesn't have a defense of more than 2.
Hmm. Okay. Sorry. So let me Clayface out 2 bolts and I will spend 1 to field Seth, and I'll spend 1 to field Ghost Rider, dealing you 1 damage.
Yep.
I don't like where that might go, so I'm going to KO Ghost Rider
Mm-hmm.
and pay 2 for another Seth.
You're so annoying. Yes.
Then I will that's priority in turn.
Okay. There's only so many times you can do that.
Yeah, only 3.
And now I have all my characters at once. And I won't be able to fill it out, even if I roll it. And if I roll it, it's quite a big if, but okay. Actually, she has 0 fielding, right? So I don't know if I just knocked that. Did I knock that?
No, I don't think so.
So fist is okay. Oh, get in. It's not bad. So 0 fielding, 1 fielding. Fozzie's in the game again. I have a bunch of dice in my bag, so that's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is really super not ideal, but okay. So 1's a field. I get to re-roll something of yours. I think re-roll 2 target character dice where you've only got 2, so go for it. 1 came back. Get it. And then I will prep a die. And we go for the Alpha Strike. It's when she's fielded. Oh, I've not left myself with a bolt. She's so stupid. Oh dear. Right you are. Right you are, Governor. I may have buggered that up. And I don't know if I did it off camera as well. I fielded all those for 1. And then I prepped a die. I don't have a bolt to KO Wonder Woman. No, Invisible Woman. It's a big mess, but never mind. It'll all work out. So I shall. It'll all work out. I feel confident. I want an Alpha Strike. I don't want to do it piecemeal. It's boring. Ah, but I have to. Okay, so I'll attack with Invisible Woman and a Psychic and Fozzie. 3 attack, 4 attack, and 3 attack. No, 4 attack. 3, 4. 3, 4, 4.
So Fozzie's 3 and the other 2 are 4.
Do you know what? I might actually do that as well because you're just going to buy another stupid Seth Rollins. So let's say 3, 7, 4, 4.
Well, I'll block the 7.
Right, you will. She'll
And
actually get
then
knocked
I'll
out,
take
incredibly. So you'll take 3, 3, 4, 4 is 11. I have an open field. Over to you. So I'm on 70 and you're on 9.
Ghost Rider would have been great. Yawning Portal.
Mm-hmm.
Fields for free. Discounts me 1. Fields for free. It's a level 2. Deals you 2 damage. Down to 15. Yeah. And yeah, I'm just gonna prep.
Triple prep.
And
I'll miss the Sinister.
yeah, go ahead.
Okie dokie. Alright, there are 5 in the back. That's good. I was going to say I don't have a field in global, but apparently it's not going to matter. Ugh. I want to get those round. We have one of the bags. We can prep twice. Oh, we can get those. Right. Probably need those for fielding course. Hey, got him. Nice. Okay. So, 2 to field. Double prep. Double prep. Maybe not. Hang on. Clayface, probably. Oh, if you go in the field, let's check it out. Aha. I see. Gotcha. Yeah, whatever. And I'll miss the Sinister. I can only do half of it. And then I will double prep. Those 2 dice. And over to you.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be screwed here in a minute. Clayface, couple bolts, sidekick. It's a level 1 Ghost Rider for 1.
Yep.
And then one of those, and over to you.
Okay. What's Seth's defense like?
1's a 3 and 1's a 4.
Bad, isn't it? Alright. Okay, I need to roll this invisible woman. Come on. Oh, and I have her in the field. I did not roll it, of course. Why would I roll it? Come on. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's not the greatest energy if it all goes wrong, which it very well might. Yes, she came out. Okay. This must be okay, right? So let's get Fozzie out for that. Let's then use her ability to turn all of those into sidekicks. Into my roll and reroll step. Let's fill them. Let's fill her for free. Rerolling Seth's, I think. He's done enough damage. Did they both come back? Oh my god, really? Unbelievable.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You still got it.
So when I attack, I'll pass priority, then I'll attack, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage to distribute. How many can I get rid of for that? What's the Ghost Rider's defense?
3 and 4.
So I can get rid of those. Yeah, I'll get rid of 2 sidekicks and whatever adds up to 10. And so there should be two of those will go, right? So you'll have two blockers, and I don't know what the biggest ones are. This one probably, and this one, which leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, each with 4 attack for the sidekicks, 5 for her, 3 for him. So each with 4. So that's 32. So once again, no surprise, Invisible Woman's pretty cool. I quite like that. I think it's keeping Lita in the field is a nightmare, even in a game with no control. Although, to be fair, Seth is bordering on control. But I like that Seth a lot, actually. And I think he
Seth
would
is
be
about as much as control as Brainiac is.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that's fair. Although I would argue that board clear to push for the win is different from board clear to get rid of my bloody Lita. But that's it. Anyway, I would put Seth Rollins here instead of Brainiac, and then just use him to clear on the turn when I want to push with Invisible Woman. And I would also remember to keep a bolt to KO Invisible Woman instead, so that I didn't have to wait an extra turn for her to come around again. Jayson, how was your team? That Ghost Rider's alright, isn't it? But it's chip. It's chip damage.
Yeah. It's the most you're getting is 3 at the most. So you gotta roll it, and you gotta have the yawning portal. I mean, I suppose I could have supplemented like a Robin Global or something like that to get the same effect. But it was just all I thought of off the top of my head when I was trying to come up with something.
I've bullied you a little bit, I think, because I had 2 ideas for nasty teams, and I've made you play against them.
The Ghost Rider Yawning Portal was sort of an old idea that I had, and I remembered those 2 cards, but I couldn't remember what the rest of the team looked like, so I just kind of started throwing stuff together. And I was going to originally try to put Rush into it, since there was like bolts and shields and Seth
I was
Rollins.
thinking that. Yeah.
But then I thought, well, if I lean into the Rush, is it gonna take away from just trying to like buy a bunch of Ghost Riders and just keep, because ideally, like what I wanted to do was just like have 3, 4 Ghost Riders all like on one turn where I could get a yawning portal going, and then just do a bunch of damage, and then just keep pushing them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I think Rush would have been good, actually.
I think so too.
Rocket for 2, and maybe the Groot for 4 for the bolt rush. It's very powerful now, as Ben amply demonstrated in the previous video. And I know that Nick was using that yawning portal to line Rush up. I never quite got my head around that, but that might be a future video. You've given me some ideas there, Jayson. I think what we have learned, or what I have learned at least, in playing with older stuff is just remembering some. I mean, that Seth Rollins is brilliant. The fact that you can pay 4 and just wipe somebody's board, that's extremely useful. Yawning Portal has so many things for 2. Well, everything feels for free, and everything you field makes the things that you buy 1 less. Is that right?
Yes.
So if you field 3 things, they're 3 cheaper.
Yes.
And and if it doesn't roll, then it's bolts for Dark Phoenix. That's just good.
Yeah. And what I was also thinking too is like, since you're if you're going like silver or gold or whatever, and you have access to different globals, it should be easy to always have a sidekick in the field and maybe fix a bolt that you might need to knock out that sidekick to make Seth Rollins a 2 cost. But like you brought up earlier, obviously you can only do that so many times. But as I was playing, I started thinking, well, it might be excessive, but I thought, well, how would I extend that? And I was thinking about the rare Corvus Glaive, where when you field him, you can put a die from your use pile back on the card. So I thought, like, I wonder if like Corvus and Seth would be an interesting combo
from Infinity
if
Gauntlet. That's really good.
So if I had everything set up so that I could, make sure I had a bolt to knock something out to make him a 2. That way it's, negligibly cheaper, cheap cost.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of the same as, say, like the new Magic, where when fielded does 2 to the board, but this is nicer because it's at that cross pulse
Yeah, it doesn't have to go
purchase.
through the bag. The only bad thing I would say is,
Right.
or well, it's not really bad, but what would really tip it over the edge is if you could somehow buy it on your opponent's turn, because that would
Yeah. Yeah.
scupper me. I'm all happy there with my field of 100 psychics, and you just go, aha, cross bolt, Seth,
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Sad James. But I don't know how you could. I don't think that could be orchestrated. You can't generally purchase on your opponent's turn, and I can't think of any way
No.
around it.
The only thing you could do along those lines would be if you're using the collector, and using the old collector to field a magic on your opponent's
Oh.
turn and dealing the 2 damage to your opponent's
Ah, I
field.
see. Oh, that would be quite good,
That
actually. Ooh, there's
that
another idea.
hmm
Yeah, I was looking at collector actually when I was looking for things to play. First, I was looking at new stuff that I wanted to, you know, soup up with old stuff, and then I was looking at old stuff that I'd forgotten about, and collector was definitely one
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see it's going dark here. I think we're going to have a storm, and Jason's gone fully green. So I think we will wrap it up there. Thank you, Jason, for your time and for your willingness. Thank you, everyone at home, for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and watch other videos. There's another one just like this that I put out quite recently. Thank you very much. Take care and bye-bye.
Why?